Bonjour and good morning from Edmonton. My name is Hajar. I have my cooking channel and my own website moroccanway.ca for Moroccan handmade products. Today I'm cooking the king of Moroccan food. It's couscous, of course. So for that I need pumpkin. I couldn't find it yesterday. So let's hope that today I will find it in the supermarket, and then we'll go back and start cooking there. See you. Bye bye. Let's hope I will find the pumpkin here. I'm happy I found many kinds of squash here. So I will use this orange one because I'm sure it's gonna work. I've used the green one before and it didn't. So yes, let's go with the orange one. Hello, I'm back again. I found my pumpkin and hopefully it's gonna work. We'll do the couscous. We'll prepare it in four steps. Preparing the meat, the veggies, the couscous, and the tfaya, which is on sweet onions. So let's get started. Yes. For 500 grams of couscous, I will use 1 kilo 200 grams of good quality of lamb meat. I'm using here the shoulder. The meat should be really good with a bit of fat because we will add lots of water to the couscous, so it will make the sauce. One other secret of a very good couscous is lots of cilantro. So I'm using here one bouquet of cilantro, but I will keep adding with the veggies more cilantro. The spices for the meat are very simple: salt and pepper, turmeric. All the ingredients are in the description of this video. I'm using vegetable oil and we don't use olive oil for this kind of couscous. I will use a big pressure pot to cook the meat because later I will be adding all the veggies. So I will start adding the oil, then the salt, pepper and turmeric. I will add the cilantro and I will add lots of water, almost 2 to 3 liters of water, as much as your pot can take. Then we'll close it for almost 30 to 45 minutes. Then we'll start adding the other veggies as a second step. And now that the meat is cooking, we will start preparing the veggies. I'll have turnip, tomato, zucchini, onions, squash, cilantro, carrots. You can add more veggies if you prefer, like sweet potato. It's really good with the couscous too. Like 1 sweet potato is enough, or 2 maximum. It depends on the quantity of the couscous you will having. And now we'll start cutting all the veggies. Now we are ready to add our first batch of veggies, onions, tomato, cilantro, turnip and carrots. They will need more time to be cooked, especially the turnip and carrots. That's why we add them first as a first batch. We'll let them cook for 20 to 30 minutes because we want to make sure that the meat and veggies are really well done, well cooked, because zucchini and squash, they won't need much time, almost 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll start with this first batch of veggies. We'll add them to the pot and make sure if your pot needs more water, it's always good to have enough water for couscous. You will have enough to sauce for your couscous. This time I won't close my pressure pot because I just want it to be cooked slowly. So I will just cover it without closing it. For our second batch, we will have the zucchini and the squash. This is the way I cut the veggies so they don't melt. We'll start now the third step, which is preparing the tfaya. And of course, for that, it's not mandatory in the couscous to have the tfaya, but you will have the sweet and savory taste. So we'll use these 4 onions and we'll cut them this way. So for tfaya, we will need the 4 onions, small bouquet of cilantro, good quality of aged butter that we call smen in Morocco. If you don't have it, don't use it. Oil, don't use olive oil, just a normal vegetable oil. Turmeric, ginger powder, salt and pepper, cinnamon, good quality of saffron. I'm using the Moroccan saffron from Taliwin. If you want, you can find the link in the description. Raisins, and sugar that we will add at the end after everything is cooked. Now on a medium heat, we will start by adding the onions and all the ingredients except the sugar. So we add the oil, the raisins. Raisins are important to give us the sweet taste. The ginger powder, the turmeric. We love color in the food in Morocco. That's why we use most of the time turmeric, and it's very healthy, antioxidant. Pepper, salt, saffron, cinnamon, and we will add the smen or aged butter. We will add 1 cup of water. Then we will add the small bouquet of cilantro and we'll let everything be cooked for almost 30 minutes until we see the brown, beautiful color of all the onions melt together. We will keep checking every once in a while and we can mix. Then later we will remove the cilantro, and once we will get this beautiful brown color, then we are able to add the sugar to caramelize the onions. We will mix everything and leave it for 2 minutes. Then our tfaya will be ready. Our pot is ready. The meat is melting. The carrots and turnip are cooked. So we are ready to add the zucchini, the squash, and I want to add this petit pois or peas because they give a very good taste to the couscous. So we'll add them in the pot. As I am obsessed with cilantro, I will add more cilantro and we'll close the pot for 10 to 15 minutes. Just cover it so you can check if the zucchini and squash are cooked. Then your couscous is ready. Now our veggies are ready. We will taste the sauce to check if the salt is good, if we need to add pepper or we add turmeric. It's good to have a yellow color. That's why we will check now and see if everything is good, if it doesn't need salt or pepper or turmeric. For the last and the fourth step, we will be preparing the couscous. I'm doing it the traditional way because I want to show you how to do it traditional way. So I'm using this medium size couscous that I will need to use in a steamer or couscousier that we call couscous in Morocco. If you don't want to use this kind of couscous and you are in a rush, you can use this express couscous that you will find. The brand is not important. You use what you have in your country. This is the couscousier. It has holes so we can get the steam. And for my preference, I use two kinds of couscous, the whole wheat and the normal one. For me, it gets better taste when you have the whole wheat. Now we'll start with the steps to prepare the couscous. We will mix all the couscous. We will add salt, oil, vegetable oil. We don't use olive oil in the couscous. We will be mixing everything. Then we will be adding water. The idea of preparing the couscous is to get more volume. That's why we keep adding water every time. The first time we will add water and we mix so we don't have the small balls. So that's why we keep mixing very well. Then we'll rest it for 10 minutes. Then we'll steam it. After 10 minutes, you can notice that it's dry. And now we'll mix it another time so we don't have the small balls anymore. Then we will be ready to put it in the steamer. We will leave it in the steamer for 10 to 15 minutes. After that, we won't cover it, but we will see that we have steam coming out. This is when we know that our couscous is ready. As you can see, the steam is coming from everywhere in the couscous. Now we know the couscous is ready, and we will start the second step for the couscous by adding cold water to the couscous. Be careful, it's very hot, so don't burn your hands. We will add water until we feel and mix it every time until we feel that the water was absorbed by the couscous. We won't add lots of water because we don't want it to be watery. Just enough water, and we mix it as we did in the first time, so we have no balls and nothing. Then we'll let it rest and we'll redo the same steps a second time. And now, after 10 minutes, we will do the same thing, exactly the same thing. We'll put it again in the couscousier or the steamer, leave it for 10 minutes, add water, and let it rest. After we steam it, again we will add water and we mix everything. And that's it. That's the second time. The third time will be when we will be serving the couscous, so we won't need to add more water after that. We just steam it, then add in the sauce. And this is the third time. Steam it, and then we'll start serving. Now everything is ready, the sauce, the tfaya, the couscous, so we can start serving. I'm gonna separate the zucchini and squash from the other ingredients so I can serve easily. Now that I steamed the couscous, I will add a very small spoon of semen or aged butter. As we always say, if you don't have good quality of semen, don't use any. I will mix everything, then I will start serving in my plate. First, we will be adding the sauce. Don't forget to remove all the cilantro because I added lots of cilantro. So we'll be adding the sauce, then we'll add the meat, veggies. At the end, I will put the tfaya on the top, and of course we won't forget the zucchini and the squash. Make sure while serving to put in enough sauce. Don't put too much because we don't want it to be very watery. We need to let the couscous absorb all the sauce. If you put less, it's not a big deal because you still can put more sauce in a separate bowl. But if you put too much, it's gonna be watery. The mix of all these ingredients is giving us a very nice smell. The taste will be amazing. Enjoy this couscous with your family and friends if you can invite friends where you are. I know here we can't invite anybody, but add the tfaya at the end. Enjoy your couscous, and if you want more of my cooking videos, subscribe and like my videos. Thank you.